12. What you know about it? Can't talk. Follow me. They taught us lies and chased the image of his greatness. Gave us religion and it was off to the races. You got some idols and you wanna play your favorites. Same color, no matter your mind frame's basic. I kick truth and cover all bases. I'm talking facts and you wanna call me racist. I'm in the game with a handful of aces. Explore Joe 924 and keep the fakeness. The game never change the faces. The damn shame. False image in your picture frame. It's not a game of ignorance. Got my spirit inflamed. I'm talking renaissance. You prance around like a debutante. Properly ignorant the spirit of people love the flaunt. It's carte blanche when we set up shop on your block. To teach the word, the cream rises to the top. Got my feet firm in the pavement. Taking out these zombies, witches, and these pale-faced cavemen. And don't provoke to get hung like my hat on my coat. You heard Christ was white, but that was just the hope. Studs and fringes in my fatigue coat. And we hope to eliminate all wickedness, but suckers keep bumping their gums, sounding ridiculous. You wanna know who it is? It's a moth, I am first name, the rest of y'all is straight game. Here we go, I gotta let you know, I keep it 100, you keep it COINTELPRO. Whoa. So don't even trip, I got a sword in my hand, I ain't scared to let it rip. I'm here to let you know, I keep it 100, you keep it COINTELPRO. Whoa. So don't even trip, I got a sword in my hand, I ain't scared to let it rip. It's time to get ready, you trapped in a black mirror. Subject to political theater, you gon' hear the sound of the trumpet. Load the clip and dump it. There's no touching the Most High's beloved. These niggas want me to stop teaching, change the subject. My move fluctuates up and down like your budget. Here's a little nugget, cash it in if you like. In the world of darkness, the only light you got is Christ. I'm trapped in hell, but I meditate calmly. Don't follow crowds and avoid you zombies. Giving my phrases to hell with Abercrombie. My conscience clear, fear won't allow me to break the mold. Follow the globe, but teach the laws and commandments. I ain't breaking the code. Place by the soul, identity never told. It's hard to stay hot in the world so cold. The shit is sad. Grown man dressed in drag. Hit him with the law, them niggas be hauling ass. Catfish on the gram, wearing a mask, trying to gather this 1/3. For so it's a tough task, but I stay focused. Giving hope to the hopeless. From Yasha Island to slogans to take notice. Flavor locus to those with bogus motives. Burying 6 feet deep to smell the roses. Here we go, I gotta let you know. I keep it 100, you keep it COINTELPRO. Whoa. So don't even trip. I got a sword in my hand, I ain't scared to let it rip. I'm here to let you know. I keep it 100, you keep it COINTELPRO. Whoa. So don't even trip. I got a sword in my hand, I ain't scared to let it rip.
So special.
Telling y'all, in this faith, the only thing you can do is try. You gotta apply these laws, statutes, and commandments. The faith of the Most High, you have a sign. By some of my jack outside, I'm telling you, I tried. A month is hard to contain. The face that point the blame. I got a 9 iron, I'll plug you. Welcome to the range. Dry bones, hunger pain, pestilence and hurricanes. Niggas wanna entertain, the blind can't ascertain. The word for your brain, wanna sit up and come see me. Reach John 8 and 32 and maybe we can be free. No hookups or freebies, Israelite rules on GP. Making the heat that flee. Living the word is my destiny. I might get fouled. Throw the towel, where's the referee? French connection, Hennessy, you gassed off jealousy. Effeminate tendencies. Love affair with enmity. These kites learn legacy. A lot about equity. Rebel like the Maccabees. Worldwide catastrophes. Pray when we face the east. The 7 crowns on the beach. Let my dogs at the least. Hit the word in the streets. I'm made weather with the word. All wins, no defeats. I try to stand tall from pillar to post. But I swear these ain't be doing the most. I try to keep it real when everything's fake. Never fold, never break, I'll be a and it's like the sands. 144 grand is how we seal the deal. It's no swine with the meal, like you're ill. Israel, how it feels, time to break the spell. Shots to UZL, from the depths of hell. I'm doing life with Christ and I don't need no bail. I try to stand tall from pillar to post, but I swear these niggas be doing the most. I try to keep it real when everything's fake. Never fold, never break, and be a stand-up Jake. I try to avoid these stumbling blocks like potholes and scatter you niggas like hardcore. I try to keep it real when everything's fake. Never fold, never break, and be a stand-up Jake. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. What's up, family? It's your brother IQAhmath, IQAhmath, first name IQ, it's all the same. DSTM, episode 237. 237, man. All praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh Shai, man. Hopefully everybody's doing well on the Shabbat. Let me go ahead and close out this little banner because we have started. You know, a lot of folly going on over here, man. I was trying to sit up and figure out why the heck did I not get notified from my own damn live? My own live. Many other brothers and sisters are also experiencing the same problems. I didn't even see on the Messengers of the Covenant Reloaded channel, it didn't even show me on my phone that there was any videos even playing, anything being notified. But apparently, many of y'all that are subscribed to that channel did get your notifications. So all praise to the Most High for that. For whatever reason, certain of us are being excommunicated by our good friends at YouTube and Google, but it is what it is, man. The fight don't stop, man. We're gonna keep swinging the sword at this damn beast, man, until it collapses and falls. You dig what I'm saying? So be it. So be it, man. How's everybody doing? Man? Happy second day of Tabernacles for those all keeping it, man. Feast of Booths. Right now, we're in our second day, man. We're beginning a third day this evening. Beautiful time we had last Thursday night, opening it up. And we're going to continue on. Man. Shouts to the family in the house, man. Who's in here, man? The house of Byron, as usual. My fam out there in the Carolinas. Shalom to y'all, man. Ron, brother Ron. Shalom, Mike. Shalom. The house of Elkanah. Shalom to y'all. Nah, the fam. Shalom to y'all. Glad to see it. I didn't even have to say it. Y'all already know what time it is. But let everybody else know. Man. Hopefully y'all wiped your feet, man. Did you do that when you came in? If you need understanding about wiping your feet, as a sister brought up last week, holler at me, let me know. Hey, the scripture said, man, with all thy getting, get understanding. You might be standing there like checking your feet, wondering what's going on. No. You come over here, man, you wipe your feet, you hit that like button, and keep hope alive, as good old Jesse would say. All right. Urban Brew, Shabbat Shalom. Ashar in the house, Shalom to you. Shalak, Shalom to you, right? Kohaf, there you go. Shalom, Mike. What's going on, bro? Rosemarie in the house. Shalom to the good sister out there in the UK, man. London in the house. Shamar one in the house. Shabbat Shalom, you, all right? My brother out there in Trinidad. What's up with you, brother? Who's else in the house? Naquab in the house. Shalom to you. Mama Khan in the house. Shabbat Shalom. Bayan, you done made it. Shabbat Shalom to you, right? All right. And anybody else who's joining in now or later, not like the candy, but now or later, come on in. Get right. All right. Episode 237, I believe we're on. All right. And a lot to discuss as usual, but I'm going to be a little concise and direct to the point. I'm on a little time schedule today. Got a few things going down on the pipeline. Serving the Most High, so bear with me if I'm moving a little fast or something, but I'm trying to get it all in within a decent time so I can continue on with my day. All right. But hopefully everybody's doing well, man. Share, as they say, share, like, and subscribe. You know that old saying, if I got to sound like the YouTuber, here you go. Look, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, man. Let's get this word out, man, because obviously there's a force that is it ain't 235. So like, let me fix that. Let me update. All How about now? There we go. All right. We're battling this beast. Battling this beast, man. It's an uphill battle, man. This beast system is a MFer. Is an MFer, man. And they are, targeting many of us that's out here pushing this truth, man. So by liking and subscribing and all that good stuff, man, it helps. It helps keep the word alive. Helps us stay visible. Helps us keep putting this word out. Helps motivating us as teachers of the word, man, to keep on feeding the sheep, man. So the more love and support that myself and other brothers and get, the more it pushes us, man, to keep feeding the sheep, man. So, more that we can share, the better off we're going to be. All praises, man. Mrs. Kim Coleman, shalom to you, my good sister. Welcome in. Come on in, man. The door's open. Just wipe your feet. Come on in. Door's open. Sit down. I'm getting ready to serve up the plates right now. All right. I see some of y'all drooling. Okay, wipe your mouth. Don't do that. All right. Act like you've been here before. Feeling good, man. Feeling good. It's a blessed Sabbath, man. A little cloudy out today where we're at. But, nonetheless, it's still a beautiful day, man. And we was able to wake up to observe the Sabbath and keep it holy, and show our obeisance to our Father. All right. And through the power of Mashiach Yahushua, man, and the grace and mercies of the Lord, man, we keep a steady focus, man. How did everybody's atonement go? Everybody have a good atonement? It was only last weekend. Hopefully everybody did have a blessed one. I didn't get a chance to check in with everybody during the week outside of, the little class I did regarding the findings of Sodom and Gomorrah. And then the live we did last Sunday on atonement, on the Day of Atonement. But hopefully everybody had a good one. Likewise, Natali. Not likewise, my brother. All right. So let's get to it, man. Like I said, I'm on a time schedule today, man. So I can't even play no games today, man. We're going straight for the neck. Straight for the neck of our enemies. Let me share, and that might be nice if I share it, huh? Yeah, Rosemary, I'm relaxed today. I got some good rest in. All praise to the Most. That's why these Sabbaths are so important. I didn't have to go look boss in the face yesterday. So right now I'm working on a nice little 2 days. Got some rest yesterday, more rest today, but resting and working in the Lord, that's always good. So I'm I don't have no problem with that. Off tomorrow, getting ready to hit the highways, and we're gonna be out in the wilderness for a few days. So that's always good. I'm plugging out this matrix. So yeah, I'm feeling good, my sister. Appreciate you even observing, but it's all good. All right. Let's get to it then. Let's get to it. Why am I not sharing correctly? Okay, here we go. Also share system audio. Oh, that's a little different. Boom. All right, let's ride. Okay, so I always want to start off with the warfare. What's going on with World War III? What's going on with the status of Esau's kingdom? Is it coming to an end? We're seeing all kind of issues and fractures going on within his kingdom, man, which is leading to the points of him being the end of the world and Jacob being the beginning of it that followeth. So yes, no doubt. Esau's having trouble within his kingdom. There's a lot of fractures and wars that's going on over there in the east regarding not only Russia and Ukraine, but as we seen last week, you had the Armenians and the people of Azerbaijan. They're going at it, which are all offshoots of Russia, right? Then we also have the Serbs, Serbia, and Kosovo. They're going at it right now. So you got a whole plethora of nations. You got at least how many? 2, 4, 6 sub-tribes of the Edomites going to war with each other right now. And we ain't even talking about America, NATO, so forth and so on. There's already fractures between those aspects of Esau and his kingdom, man. So all praise to the Most High, man. They are well divided. And as Yahushua told us, a kingdom divided against itself can't stand. Notice it said against itself, meaning they will be fighting each other. They'll be having issues with each other. Let's get that real quick. Let's get that revisionary understanding, and then we'll go right to it. Mark 3, 24 and 25. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. So it's not necessarily it's being divided and it's fighting in multiple wars against different oppositions. No. When it turns on each other, when it turns on itself, then you know it's problems. You already see within America right now, the governmental structure between the Democrats and the Republicans and them not being able to get this budget passed so that the government doesn't shut down. You know, they got until 12 o'clock tonight to get that figured out. And we're going to look at that in a little bit too. Because as of right now, they said it's imminent. This place and the governmental structure of the federal aspects of this government is getting ready to shut down. And it's getting ready to cause a lot of problems and pain for many of the federal aspects of this government, where people's going to be getting furloughed. They ain't going to be getting paid for their, for their work. The military is going to be impacted. Social payment system, Social Security. Oh, we're going to look at it. So the Republicans, Democrats, they're in there fighting against themselves. You've got all these other particular wars that's involving Russia and its its former partners or former allegiances under the Soviet Union after that collapse. From Azerbaijan to Armenia to Kosovo to the Serb, they're all fighting each other, right? And now what did it say? Verse 25, and if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. Well, we're seeing all the makings of this place not standing anymore, man. So the Most High is being true to his word as we're seeing all of these particular things come to pass. We're going to look at them in a second, but let's begin here. You've seen it in the headlines. You've seen it here. I hopefully know everybody read it correctly. And then say Putin is staging an exercise to nuke the West. No, he's preparing for the West to nuke him. So now the tides are changing. Now the narrative is changing. Is he going to be the one, the aggressor with the Satan II bomb with the ICBMs and so forth and so on? Or will America attack first? Either way, we're hearing about preparations for nuclear attacks between the West and the East. And notice, I always, take notice for y'all and tell you, make sure that you take notes on this. When it says first time, historical, unprecedented, all those type of words, those are markings to acknowledge that this is not the same as the Cold War in the 50s and in the 80s and all that other stuff. This is a whole different ball game that we're in right now. So look here, it says Putin to stage its first nationwide. Hello? First nationwide. See, within Russia, they've got different regions in Russia, let's say like let's say, they say America is divided into different FEMA zones. Let's look at that real quick. Hold on. FEMA regions, as they say. Okay. And these are supposed to be the emergency networks regional map. When they divide up America, you'll see these particular regions. How FEMA will be set up. When they set up, the camps and the ultimate collapsing of this place, man, and they start dividing it up so that they can have greater control over, the country, because, everything is going to be going to hell in a handbasket with gasoline draws on. When you're talking about civil unrest, famine, pestilence, you're talking about race wars, total rebellion and sedition going against the government. They're going to have to divide up this place to have greater containment. And they have FEMA regions lined up all throughout the country. So in essence, they've already broken up America into regions. Okay. So the point that I'm making is that in Russia, they have regions similar to this where they've ran nuclear testings or whatnot. So uh, this is the first time that they've done it for the whole entire country. They're saying forget these regions, the whole country is in danger of getting bombed and nuked from the West. So if you see here on America, America's been broken up into regions. You see here, Seattle is FEMA Region 10. Uh, Oakland, I believe this is FEMA Region 11. Denver is FEMA Region 8. Kansas City, 7. Chicago, 5. Boston, 1. New York, 2. So they've broken this place up into uh, 11 FEMA regions. Okay. And that's how they operate here. But this is similar to, you know, how Russia has done those things in their particular regions. So they've regionally had testings, but this is the first time that they said, forget the regions, man, the whole country's in trouble. The whole country's in trouble. Russia will stage its first nationwide nuclear attack exercise across 11 time zones in preparation for potential nuclear war. It is scheduled to take place on October 3rd, and we will see Vladimir Putin's regime present the West as a nuclear aggressor. Now, notice this, they're running their emergency drills on the 3rd. America is going to be running their regional tests on the 4th. Remember, we talked about that last week and the times prior. So, what is going on that they're talking about within the first week of October? Exercises and preparations for emergencies need to go down between the West and between Russia. I don't know, but it's very suspicious. It's very concerning to say, well, hold on. They're doing this on the 3rd. America's saying we need to send out emergency alerts on the 4th. Government shutdown getting ready to happen, when the clock strikes midnight tonight. So come Monday, everything could be changing. You know, they're running around trying to scramble and trying to see if they can get some last minute deal done. It's possible. But I seriously doubt it. They tried to get a 45-day contingency plan passed yesterday. That got shut down. So that was really like their last ditch effort to get a temporary. They was like, this, let's at least get a temporary thing to get us through the month of October and we can come back and talk again. They shut that down. Republicans, Democrats, they was like, nope, we can't even agree on that. So now you're going to say all of a sudden on Saturday, before 12 a.m., they're going to come together on an agreement? It's possible, but I wouldn't hold my breath. So Russia's getting ready to run these drills, preparing for a potential nuclear war on October 3rd. So what is that, on Tuesday? They're getting ready to run their drill. Wednesday, America's doing their thing. So everybody's wheels should be clicking right now. What are they talking about? Why is all these preparations for emergencies going on? One is being forthright and saying, look, we're talking about nukes. We're talking about war. America just saying, oh, we just got to test the emergency broadcast system. We just want to make sure everybody's on point and locked into this matrix. We're not saying what the emergency is. We're not saying exactly what the dangers that is coming. But, just get ready. Last year they were sending, they were had in their preparedness month, I think it was in October or September, they were telling everybody to get bug out bags last year, and they was handing them out in Denver and other cities. But they tell you, oh man, what are you talking about? Bug out bags, prepping? How you guys are stupid, man. What are you waiting for? You always got to be prepared, man. Most I said, listen, hold on, let's get that in Sirach. Most I told us, man, you're not putting your faith into these particular things, but if you're being told something that's foreshadowing or to come, should we be ignorant or should we take heed? What's the Bible say? Sirach 5:15. Be not ignorant of anything. Hello? Ignorance is not an excuse. It says don't be dumb, don't be ignorant, don't be passe about anything. whether it be in a great matter or a small matter. So all things are to be considered. Ignorance is not bliss, despite what the so-called white man says, and he wants to make little hashtags and t-shirts. By ignorance is bliss. No, it ain't. Ignorance will get you killed. Ignorance will get you, condemned. Ignorance will get you in the lake of fire. Ignorance will have you missing the kingdom. Ignorance will get your family put in jeopardy. So it says, be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or small. So what's going on between the third and the fourth between these nations? We don't know. But, the devil's in the details. Let's continue. The one-day nuclear attack exercise, which has only ever been done region by region. See that? Only been done region by region. So similar to what we just showed, the FEMA regions of America, that's similar to how Russia's kind of broken up. And you notice how Esau's got the same type, structure within their kingdoms. Notice that 11 time zones. How many FEMA regions did they have in America? 11. I want to make sure I'm right on that. I'm pretty sure it was 11. Let's see. If it's 12, you already know it's in the spirit. Region, states, and territories. Yeah, they're not going to do it by the... Okay, so they're saying it's 10. 10 FEMA regions. Okay. 10 FEMA regions, not 11. But, y'all get the point. So Russia's got their own regions. They used to do tests in their particular regions only. Now they're doing it for the whole entire country. And it says the one-day nuclear attack exercise, which has only ever been done region by region, will include preparation for the destruction of up to 70% of Russian housing stock and life support facilities. You see, they're preparing that 70% of Russia and its supportive facilities being destroyed by a nuke. Can you imagine only 30% of you see how big Russia is? Y'all look on the map, you can see how big it is. Only 30% will survive. And that's under contingencies of, who knows what the nuclear fallout will be, the destruction of agriculture, homes, reconstructing and rebuilding, forget about it. That's the end. Continuing on, it says it will assume the scenario that martial law has been introduced in Russia and that it has gone through full mobilization. So, they already, when you read into the article, they talk about all the different steps that they'll be taking. Martial law will be enacted, I should say. And, how they're preparing for the entire country to be shut down and destroyed. Well, not the entire, but the 70% of it being destroyed, the 30% will be put under martial law in contingencies of trying to survive. All right. So America's got a whole nother agenda that they're working on, but we just got to see in here that they've already got the FEMA regions lined up for when an emergency happens. The Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, they already got everything lined up, prepared. So, keep all those things in mind as we move on. Kosovo on the edge after deadly clashes with stir unease. So this is another thing that I made mention earlier, within the Russian confederacies and all of that. We're seeing issues going on over there. Nearly a week after deadly clashes in Kosovo triggered one of the gravest escalations in the former breakaway province in years, the opportunity for reconciliation between ethnic Albanians and Serbs seemed as distant as ever. See, these two warring Edomites, Albanians and the Serbs, having their own little ethnic cleansings and cultural wars and civil wars going on amongst themselves. They've had beef with each other for years, but it's been peace. They've had a certain amount of a diplomacy amongst each other, and now they're saying that there was a terrorist attack that happened when they went to try to do some quote unquote ethnic cleansing, and they're saying that the Serbs went in and killed like 30 Albanians. So now they're talking about a civil war and being enacted and things going up over there. So Esau being divided against himself, man. All praise to the Most High, because that's how it needs to go down. The killing of a Kosovo police officer in an ensuing gun battle at a monastery brought years of distrust and bitterness to the surface as a war of words between Serbia and Pristina's governments, competing days of mourning and calls for sanctions, marred already fractious relations. And look who's got to come in. The United States on Friday warned of a quote, a large Serbian military deployment along the border with Kosovo and called on Serbia to withdraw those forces from the border. So here we go. This is how you know America runs everything, that they can go and stick their nose in over there and say, hey, you guys calm down over there. We're going to need the Serbs to back up off of the border. This is an immediate order coming from the great whore, Babylon the Great. I let you know, man, America runs it all. Let's not be mistaken about it. First person they got to go to is headquarters. Babylon got to go over there and start being the police of the world and jump on over there and say, hold on, what stop this right now. We're already in the midst of a war. This is going to lead us closer to an engagement with Russia. That's what we got to look at. Because these particular armies are divided. The Serbs, I believe, are more in alignment with NATO and America. Kosovo is more in alignment with Russia. Now, if this becomes a whole nother war, America's got to get involved. America's got to stand on something. So they're already coming in saying, see, the whole thing is that we're seeing America being tied into an eventual World War III scenario with Russia, one way or the other, whether it comes to Ukraine, whether it comes to Taiwan, whether it comes through, maybe if it comes through with the Serbs. One way or the other, they've got connections with all three of these particular aspects. In each one of those scenarios, Russia's involved as the greater opposition. China's involved as the greater opposition. One thing's for sure, two things for certain. America's going to get pulled into a war sooner or later. Look at this. NATO bolsters forces in Kosovo as U.S. urges Serbia to withdraw from their border. That's what we just talked about. But now who do we see involved as well? NATO. So NATO again being involved, similar to, Ukraine. So now it's two potential issues. Not even one. Well, one is already lit up, Russia and Ukraine. But now here's a potential second war that could be going down, that NATO and the U.S. has an investment in, and they may have to get involved. Look at this. Serbian president turns to Russia amid rising tensions with Kosovo after monastery gun battle. Russia says it's watching closely the situation in Kosovo, which is very tense and potentially dangerous. So the Serbs, they've got allies with Russia. Serbia has turned to its longtime ally, Russia, after Kosovo accused it of orchestrating an attack in the ethnic Serbian majority region of northern Kosovo on Sunday. So that just shows you the links. You see here, NATO is backing Kosovo. The Serbs are riding with Russia. See that? So you already know. Major players involved again with this warfare. Russia, NATO, America. The players have already been acknowledged. We already see. Now it's a matter of when is it going to really go? Full-scale nuclear, ICBMs flying, drones bombing, Hellfire missiles, When is that going to go down? Lord knows. But we know that it's going to happen. Look at this. A Russian Black Sea commander shown on a video call after Ukraine said it had killed him. I mean, this is why you see, man, the so-called white man, we don't know what's going on. They said that the last Russian general got put to death in a plane crash. But, I think 3 years before that, I think 2018, they said he died in a plane crash before and he was still alive. So now, Ukraine is running around talking about how they're taking out Russian commanders and generals and all of that. Now they said they killed this guy and they said he was on a damn Zoom call. So who knows what's going on? I mean, it's so crazy, man, trying to keep up with this foolishness, man, that Esau's involved in. Look at this, and staying in Sirach, verse 9, chapter 5. It says, "Winnow not with every wind, and go not into every way, for so doth the sinner that hath a double tongue." So the Most High is telling us the nature of a double-tongued individual, man, is going. You know, the scriptures even tell us about going about with every wind of doctrine, causing confusion, going to and fro, and being a nomad when it comes down to knowledge and understanding. You know, going where the populace goes. You know, Yahweh already told us, man, wide is the gate that leads to destruction, narrow's the gate that leads to life, and few there be that find it, right? But it said, winnow not with every wind and go not into every way. Stop going to where everybody, you know, what everybody's talking about. You know, when you see these media talking heads and Mockingbird media personalities on TV and all of that, man, you can't just take their word for it. Because here they are being double tongued. Oh yeah, we killed him. No, no, actually, we just seen him on a video call. He's not dead. Oh, Ukraine is winning the war. Oh, anybody that says otherwise, you're a Russian sympathizer and you love Esau. I mean, what? All we do is analyze the information and we seeing who's lying, who's telling the truth. Not going with the narrative of free. You know, what was they saying when they first came out with this war? Stand with Ukraine, and everybody running around from niggas to the damn Jake running around here with blue and yellow flags, talking about how you stand with Ukraine until you find out that they don't like you, so-called blacks. When you start seeing how they was treating them, Nigerian students, and forcing them and kicking them out and shutting down borders, telling them that they can't escape, and them trying to get on trains and getting pushed to the back of the line because whites only got to come first. The bullying and everything that was going on with our people over there. Me crazy. Definitely not standing with Ukraine. The hell with Ukraine and Russia. So the Most High said, don't go with every wind and don't go in every way. All right, and don't be like a double-tongued sinner. That's the fork-tongued nature of the serpent, man, which embodies Esau. He's always lying. Look at this. Ephesians 4:14. It says, that we henceforth be no more children tossed to and fro. So we got to take a mature mind state with the understanding of the word of the Most High, developing and analyzing prophecy. As we're looking at this information that goes on, man, y'all got to be careful too with the TikToks and everything. I mean, Slow Biden got a TikTok army. I showed y'all that a while ago. They've got agents running on TikTok, man. They infiltrate every little form of entertainment and every little form of information that they get to, man. So, that's why they said, man, 2 or 3 witnesses, try to solidify your understanding with that. Other than that, man, through the faith of the Most High and keeping of the commandments is how we maintain. But there's going to be information. There's going to be doctrines and whatever that's going to have you running to and fro, tossed around, confused. We don't know what's going on. What's the truth? That's why you see so many doctrinal issues that happen within Israel. It's because nobody, well, I ain't gonna say nobody. Everybody believes they right in their own eyes. I will say that. But at the same time, there's just some doctrines, man, that just pop up and you like, what? Really? You don't get up out of here, man. Everything from, I think they said there's some doctrine about Adam and Eve having sex with the serpent. I mean, it's all kind of folly going on. But people, we can't be tossed to and fro, man. Stand firm, 10 toes down, man. Solidified with the gravel and the cement on the ground, man. Unmovable, as the scriptures tell us in 1 Corinthians 15 and 58. Be steadfast, unmovable, right? Always abounding in the work of the Lord. So it's telling us, don't be henceforth no more children, tossed to and fro, carried about with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive. Well, that's the so-called white man's principal tactic, is to wait and deceive. That's why he's the devil. Psalm 52:2 says, thy tongue deviseth mischief, like a sharp razor working deceitfully. Nobody does it better than him. Nobody does it better than him. So here we see tongue working mischief, being a double-tongued, fork-tongued, creature that he is. One instance they saying where they killed the commander. Now they saying they seen him on a video call. And just to be fair, they said they don't know when the video was filmed, so it could have been an old video. But come on, we know what time it is. This ain't the first time that they've talked about people been dead and they ain't dying. They got body doubles and all kind of stuff going on. So who knows? Who knows? Look at this. This is another reason why you got to watch these damn demons, man. Nazi-linked veteran received an ovation during Zelensky's Canada visit. So back when the war first started over a year and some change ago, I remember going over and talking about the Nazi links with Ukraine and how they got, they've been riding with the Nazis in the German regime since World War II, and they have offshoots of what do you call them, guys? Neo-Nazi uh, rebellions and military groups in Ukraine right now. They had one dude, he was running for president. That was an outright neo-Nazi running for president in Ukraine. There's a video called Ukraine on Fire. It's a documentary. A lot of good information on that, man. You might be able to find. I think it was on Tubi at one point. They may have taken it off. You might find it on. Matter of fact, let me help y'all out. Just if you want a little understanding about what's going on over there. If you're interested, this is a good documentary. Oliver Stone, man, I give it to this damn heathen. He be making some good documentaries, man, in regards to international affairs. South of the border was one that I always, promote, and this one. So if you find it, it's made in 2016. You'll see what's going on. All right. But Nazi-linked veteran received an ovation. So they were up in Canada, man, at the Parliament. And the damn Speaker of the House brought up this old Edomite, 90 plus years old, congratulating him and talking about how great he was as a war veteran and this, that. And they saying, oh, we didn't know he was a Nazi. This how stupid they are. They out here proclaiming themselves to be parliamentary, political, and governmental leaders of countries. I think personally, man, they knew exactly who the dude was. I mean, how do you not do the background on somebody, man, before you go and honor them? I think they knew exactly who it was. They didn't expect some historical sleuths to pop up and be like, hey, no, I know that. Hold on, this guy is wicked as hell. He was a Nazi. What are they doing applauding and cheering him on? And now once they get busted, they're like, oh, shoot. The internet is undefeated, man. You go on there, man. All you gotta do is a little searching, man. They found out that these guys is out here honoring Nazis, and now they get busted. Oh, sorry, we didn't even know, man. That guy tricked us. Yeah, what? Come on, man. Look at it. A ranking Canadian parliamentarian is apologizing to Jewish communities around the world for a blunder during Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's visit that led to lawmakers honoring a veteran accused of belonging to a Nazi division in World War II. It followed demands by Canadian Jewish organization Sunday for an apology after it was revealed members of parliament across party lines awarded a 98-year-old veteran on Friday with a standing ovation shortly after Zelensky addressed Canada's House of Commons. So Zelensky, he's still running around panhandling for money and support from all the Americas and the countries, right? And here they go. They honored one of his buddies, one of his fellow Nazis, even though he claims to be a GMO Jew. Zelensky, that is, stood up and honored one of his cohorts, man. Look, here we go, right here. We got him, fist up, so proud. Look how fast they jumped up, man. This is how fast they quick to celebrate. Either just complete ignorance, I don't. I had a hard time believing, especially the ones who organized the event and them setting this guy up, that they didn't know who this old demon was and his role in World War II. The rest of them are just kind of like sheeple, man. They have no idea who the guy is. They jump up and just start, you know, clapping. That's why the Most High said, man, don't follow after every whim and don't be following after these damn heathens and they foolishness. Because you don't know what you're involving yourself in. Look at this.
We have here in the chamber today Ukrainian Canadian World veteran from the Second World War who fought the Ukrainian independence against the Russians and continues to support the troops today, even at his age of 98.
There you go, right there. Now, Yaroslav Hunka. Esau is too funny, man. Whoops.
He's a Ukrainian hero.
You could fake tears.
And we thank him for all his service. I wish to make a brief statement. I wish to apologize to the House.
Oh, really?
No one, including you, my fellow parliamentarians, or the Ukraine delegation, was privy to my remarks prior to their delivery.
Nobody knew, huh? You tried to slide it in? What happened? Anyway, man, let me get these damn demons out of here. Just got to pull out some of the folly, man, that Esau be doing. Esau be doing some foolishness, man. Out here honoring dudes, man, that was killing them, and playing dumb. I have to apologize. Nobody knew except for me. I was trying to get slick. Who knows, man? But you know, in reality, man, these damn demons, man, love honoring death, destruction, evil, right? Even when it's on their own people, they don't give a damn. Let's go back over here. State of emergency, New York. Prayers go out to our brothers and sisters out there in New York, man. Those that's in the truth, man. Y'all know. Look, New York is getting flooded out now. I know some of y'all may have seen this, but let's look at a little video. The weather calamities is happening.
This coming in to Fox Weather. Breaking. New York Governor Kathy Hochul just declared a state of emergency for New York City. Parts of
Hochul. Hochul. Governor Hochul, she's declaring a state of emergency in New York because of the massive flooding that they're experiencing right now. So the weather anomalies are continuing to happen. The Most High keeps pounding America with storms, tempests, fires, earthquakes, you name it. The Most High is, hitting up America relentlessly. And you're wondering, when is it going to stop? They're even talking about a quote unquote super El Nino for this winter, which is going to bring massive cold fronts, wet weather in the west to the southwest. Is going to go a little bit drier and hotter than normal during the winter months up in the northern parts, the middle Midwest, northern parts of America. So, there's going to be supposedly expected even more wild weather, crazy stuff going on according to the will of the Most High. But let her finish. So she said, Governor Hochul has declared a state of emergency
Long Island, also the Hudson Valley included in this. The most populated city in America right now in the grips of a 1 in 100 year flood event. We have gotten in new video to Fox Weather. This extreme flooding that's going on in Brooklyn right now. Half foot of rain, 6.2 inches for Greenwood Heights. This neighborhood inundated. Unbelievable. Now at the official gauge in Central Park, we're at 5 inches. That will push us to certainly a top 5 mark and potentially a top 3 when you look at the all-time wettest Septembers on record. Major issues.
Top 3 wettest Septembers on record. Take note. And then if you got to, what about all of the, tens of thousands of so-called migrants that were sleeping on the floors and on the grounds and on the concrete slabs over there that they were saying they were overran. They ain't got rooms in the hotels no more. Where are they at? What happened with them? The mayor, Eric, what's his name? Eric, I want to call him Eric Green. It ain't Eric Green. Eric Adams was whining on TV talking about how, they can't sustain, New York's going to collapse. Governor Hochul, she says, don't come here, go somewhere else. After she said that, I showed y'all the video last week. She said, come on, we're welcoming you in. We'll take care of you. Now when Jake get over there, she like, get out. Now it's a state of emergency, man. So, New York is in a lot of trouble. The audio's echoing. Maybe it's because of the volume. Let me turn it down.
To the subways right now across New York. This is how the city operates. But the service has been suspended on 4 lines, including the B, the G, and the W. Service is partially suspended on another dozen lines. And right now, if you take your chances, it's not a good idea. You might get stuck. Rainwater is pouring into the station. Stairways look a lot more like waterfalls. 4 inches of rain or more in Queens. We've seen some of those numbers pushed. And I can hardly believe this footage. Water up to the hoods of cars. A reminder not to drive in flooded out roads. It can ruin your vehicle. And you got a foot of water that could just float most cars. So you don't want to get stuck on one of these expressways that are basically.
Now, what's interesting too. Look at you see the Hudson River and the rivers in New York. Imagine if they got real amounts of rain or some sort of, typhoon that hit up or most high forbid they get hit with a damn tsunami, earthquakes and diverse places. All this water can come up, man, splash all into this place, man. They're sitting on water. Not to say it will happen, but who knows? But they're definitely getting hit with a top 3 flood right now for September that they did not expect.
Barriered in by concrete on both sides, that could create a floating situation of your car real fast. So dangerous to travel. There is an advisory. New York City has a travel advisory out. I'm Amy Freeze.
Travel advisory. So they talking about the airports. LaGuardia Airport is all jacked up right now. The subway system jacked up, right? They're having issues over there. But this only goes to show you how the Most High works. Look at what's this? Jeremiah 49, and let's read 7 and 8. It says, concerning Edom, thus saith Yahweh, the power of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? See, these are the principal cities where Esau would extract their wisdom. Their wise men would come up out of Teman and out of Dedan. This is where the scientists, and the modern day, your modern day scientists and tech experts and all that, was coming out of. So now they're getting hit, with particular calamities, man, that they don't have no answers for. They just got to kind of struggle around and try to run to contingency plans and backup powers and all kind of stuff. I mean, you got thousands of people. Every time an earthquake hits, tornado hits, power goes right out. Debilitating, the infrastructures. It says, man, is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? Because the Most High is going to start hitting them with stuff, man, that they will have no answers for. Continuing on, it says, flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. So anytime that we see Esau's kingdom being hit, that's the Most High visiting him. So when you're dealing with these storms and floodings and tornadoes and fires, and that's the Most High visiting Esau and his kingdom, giving him a preparatory understanding to know, hey, this is coming down the pipeline. This is just a little smattering, just a little tap on the butt, just a little tap from the Lord. When the Most High really lets the floodgates out, man, and these spirits that's created for vengeance, according to Sirach 39, when he really lets these things go, Esau ain't gonna have no answers for it, man. He's gonna be in the world of sugar, honey, iced tea. Y'all know what that is. SHIT. Put it together. What's wrong with my something's wrong with my mouse. What's going on here? Oh, here we go. Salaki, y'all. Something's wrong with my okay, there we go. Reading Sirach 39. Let's revisit that real quick. Sirach 39, 28, 29 says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath that made them. Fire and hail, famine, death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts, scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. So the Most High, man, when he lets all these particular spirits out, from death to famine, hail, fire, we know about the torturous torments coming via the tempests and the storms that the Most High lays out, man. This is all the Lord visiting America because of its iniquities and evils. Make no mistake about it. We talk about look at this little dude, man. Getting to the prophecies too, right? We were going the Yahweh Shah told us we're going to see an increase of one particular thing. And I know there's always been somebody jumping up saying that they're Christ. You can go see some old egghead Jake walking down the street and brothers be out teaching, and brothers say, I'm Christ, But when we're seeing it more on a national, international scale, the rising of false Christ, we're seeing it even more happen in these times right now. So look at Matthew 24. It says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, this is verse 3. As he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? And Yahweh Shah answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And now you see a little fat midget out of the Philippines. He's got a doomsday cult, man, that he's out here got 1,500 kids as sex slaves on his island. And he says he's Yahweh Shai. I mean, who's looking at Yahweh Shai, who can barely fit into a suit, chubby face, wearing some damn FBI shades on, clean shaven, a damn Filipino saying that he's Yahweh Shai. I mean, how is he from the seed line of David? I mean, come on, man. This is the madness that's going on the earth right now, man. If Yahweh Shai told us, man, many false Christs will appear. This guy got 1,500 just kids, essentially. How many people are following him? 1,500. Save the Children have stepped in to try and protect an estimated 1,500 children who are living among the cult on a remote island and said to be facing forced marriages and sexual abuse. A cult leader who believes he is Jesus reincarnated has been accused of creating a doomsday scenario in the Philippines. J. Rents B. Calario leads a quasi-religious cult, Omega de Solonera, where it is believed by the Save the Children that rape, sexual violence, and child abuse, forced marriage has been perpetrated by minors. There's an estimated 1,500 children being held on a remote island by the cult, and the charity are urging the government to take action. Save the Children decided to step in on Friday to protect the youngsters after Senator Ronald De La Rosa accused the group's leaders of using cult members as human shields and running a meth lab in an underground bunker near to where Colario and fellow leaders live, reported the Telegraph. So the reincarnated Christ, man, he came back as a Filipino, um, and that's not to say that Israel isn't in the Philippines. There's definitely Israel over there, scattered small remnants of our children. I mean, of the children of Israel over there. Look into the Negritos, but he definitely ain't one. I mean, look at him. The outside coming back, man, abusing kids and cooking up meth on a on an island. I mean, can you imagine? This is how far it's gone. Look at this. A pastor locks himself into a cage of lions to show he has divine protection. Then they end up finding out that this is all a hoax out of Nigeria. This guy's really a damn a zookeeper. So the Lions knew who he was, man. He trying to go in there acting as if he got the faith of Daniel, and he's got divine protection, and he's gonna go in there and look at the people, silly women up here taking pictures and all, watching him. They said, man, the dude was a damn zookeeper. It was all the damn hoax. But anything for clout, anything to get somebody deceived, anything to get everybody believing that they can go and follow after some foolishness, they're doing it. So he's a zookeeper going in there, man. They all knew, this is the type of stuff that's going on right now, man. And people are being deceived. Out of thousands, as many of us could be like, hell no, get out of here. What? You'd be surprised how many people are sitting out here looking for false hope, looking for a false Christ, looking for a false Messiah. That's what that when you get into that movie that Jay-Z's producing, it comes out in January. The book of what's the name of it? Damn, what's the name of it? If anybody remembers the name of that book, I mean the movie that's coming out in January with Lakeith Stanfield and the book of damn. See, I hate when I can't remember. Let me go back. What's the name of the book of what? Book of Clarence. There we go. The what I found it just as you said it. The book of Clarence. Yes. So this is why we're seeing instances like this. It's dating all the way back to the times of Yahushua. Same spirits is flying around in the circles of Israel, deceiving and carrying away thousands upon thousands into believing false doctrines, false leaders, and false Christ arising. Stay guarded, Israel. Stay locked into the spirit, man, because a lot of our people, man, are just dumb as a box of rocks, man. Talking about the shutdown, House Republicans failed to pass a short-term funding bill as a shutdown deadline looms. So, they got until 12 a.m. today to come to an agreement. If not, it's a wrap. Okay. Republicans failed to pass a short term. So even they tried to get a little temporary bill passed. That they didn't get that done. Typically that's what they'll do. If they come to a standstill, they can't get the funding passed or whatnot to avoid a shutdown, they'll put they'll sign a temporary bill to keep things afloat, to buy them some time, usually until the end of October. So basically putting a little stopgap in, a payday loan, so to speak. And then, by the end of 30 days, they come up with a whole new budgetary plan. They get it done. This go around, they didn't get it done. So U.S. government tells federal employees a shutdown may be imminent. The U.S. government notified federal workers on Thursday that a shutdown appears imminent as a Republican-led standoff on Capitol Hill forced the Biden administration to begin the formal methodical process of preparing much of Washington to come to a halt. The new warnings underscored the growing likelihood that millions of employees and military service members may stop receiving pay in just 3 days. Millions, it said. Is this a time that you can afford not to be having an income? I mean, gas officially has hit $7 in California. We thought it was bad last year. This year is even worse. You'd be hard pressed to find a place, man, that's under 6. I heard the national average, it's like a little over $4 now. You know, these are the times I wish I was in the Midwest. This is the time I wish I was somewhere else. You dig what I'm saying? Because California is no damn joke, man. I've seen. I was tripping. I told Alidad the other day. I said, man, I officially seen $7 gas, man, down the street from me. Usually they're gonna hit richer areas. They're gonna drain them out first. But no, no, no. Now it's coming to Black Hispanic neighborhoods now. $6 plus, $7 now for Supreme unleaded is over $7 in many places, man. It's all bad. So between food, energy, gas, so forth and so on, they're getting ready to have millions of employees and military service members not have no checks. They're gonna be working furloughs. They're gonna be working on an IOU basis, damn near. Uh, so you can imagine the impact that that's gonna have. Man, AZ's too high for me, bro. Yeah, that you know what? The times to get up out of California was pre COVID and all of that. 2018, 2019, that was the time to get up out of here. Texas, Arizona, Nevada, they were still fairly inexpensive and cool. But now Arizona's getting expensive. Texas, forget about it. You know, it's all bad everywhere, man. You got to go like deep Midwest somewhere, uh, or the South to find anything that's still feasible. But anyway, so it says the new warnings underscore the growing likelihood that millions of employees and military members may stop receiving pay in just 3 days, even as talks commence on Capitol Hill in pursuit of a long, elusive, last-minute deal that would extend federal funding beyond September 30th. Uh, let's look at what uh, could be impacted. So, in case people wonder, well, what's the funding mean? What's going to happen? Um, so the military, 2 million U.S. military personnel will remain at their posts, but roughly half of the Pentagon's 800,000 civilian employees may be furloughed in order not to work. So you're talking about 800,000 civilian employees of the military could be furloughed and asked not to work. 2 million is going to have to remain in their posts. Okay. What is going on with my dang mouse, man? Let's look and see what other law enforcement agents at the FBI, the DEA, and other federal law enforcement agencies will remain on the job, and prison staffers will continue to work. Secret Service, Coast Guard would also continue operations, and most employees would continue to work. So those particular aspects of the government, they're not going to shut that down. Here's a bigger part that would impact our people. Social Security Administration will continue to issue retirement and disability benefits though the agency might have to delay its announcement of its annual increase in payments. Payments will likewise continue under the Medicare and Medicaid health care programs. Military veterans benefits would also continue according to the 2021 contingency plan. Nutrition benefits provided to 7 million mothers through the Women, Infants, and Children program, that's WIC, would be cut within days, according to the Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack. So 7 million mothers who's on that WIC program, the ones that you can get the milk, cheese, peanut butter, all them things that you get under WIC, Infamil, all those things. They said that could be cut within days. Food aid through the SNAP program would go out as normal for October, but could be affected after that. So they've got, subsequently, they said that the military is still going to get paid. Those that's doing that, active duty and stuff like that, they're still going to get their money. But some of the other ones, the civil servants, they might get furloughed. But we don't know yet. They don't know yet. The bigger problem is our people out there on SNAP, the budget is already considered for October. You get the SNAP benefits for October. After that, they said it could be a problem. So if they don't get something figured out by the end of this particular deadline at tonight, this might be the last month of SNAP benefits for a while for those that's on SNAP. WIC, they be cut off in days. So mamas out there, y'all better make up with your baby daddies or whatever and get a network together to figure it out, because you could be impacted pretty bad. So parks, natural resources, museums, borders, and homeland security, they ain't shutting that down. They keeping that going. The courts, they're going to keep going. They said especially the Fed case against Trump, they're going to make sure that continues. See, certain stuff they want to make sure they get locked down. Lawmakers, they're going to continue getting their checks. Transportation could be affected. So those are the main things I wanted to look at. CDC, of course, they're going to still continue on. Inspections by the FDA could be delayed. There's another one I've seen here about taxes. Yeah, look at this. The IRS would stop examining and auditing tax returns and responding to taxpayer queries. Automated tax collection will continue, as would processing of green energy tax credits under the Inflation Reduction Act. Roughly 2/3 of the agency's 90,000 employees would be furloughed. So the IRS, they're going to get hit. Child care. According to the White House, 10,000 children from low-income families would lose access to the Head Start preschool program. So we're seeing a lot of things going to get hit. Housing, monthly subsidies for public housing and low-income housing aid would be at risk. The Federal Housing Administration would continue to back insured mortgages, and Ginnie Mae would continue to back the secondary mortgage market. New home buyers in rural areas would not be able to get loans from the Agricultural Department. So, the subsidies that was coming from federal aid, certain areas would be impacted, others may not. So we see, a lot of things going on, man. So we don't know. We're going to see some changes for sure, though, come the end of this month. All right. Or come tonight, not the end of the month. Shoot. Tonight. All right. So let's continue on, man. So, more fractures within America, man. Just showing you where this place is headed. Always got any issues. But look at this, though. The damn bastards, man. You're always going to find a way to get some money. California governor signs a law raising taxes on guns and ammunition to pay for school safety. So gun owners and those who still need the ammunition and all that, they're getting ready to raise up the taxes by 10 or 11%. It's already at 10, 11%, basically double. So if you want to buy ammo, you want to finally go out there and say, man, things are getting rough out there. I got to get a gun to protect my household and all that other stuff. Expect to pay 22% tax. Anywhere from 21 to 22% tax on it. California will ban people from carrying firearms in most public places while doubling the taxes on guns and ammunition sold in the state under two new laws Governor Gavin Newsom signed Tuesday that will test the limits of the U.S. Supreme Court's new standard for interpreting the Second Amendment. So they're already making it hard as hell for us, man. You got to have a passport or the federal ID in order to buy ammo. They want your damn fingerprint. They want every damn thing, man, just to get something to protect you or your household or whatever, right? Strict gun laws. It's not as bad as New York, but they're making it harder and harder to have, some freedoms of protection, within your households or whatnot, right? So it says the federal government already taxes the sales of gun and ammunition at either 10% or 11%. Depending on the type of gun. The law Newsom signs adds another 11% tax on top of that, making California the only state with a separate tax on guns and ammunition, according to the gun control advocacy group Brady. And they're saying, oh, it's for school safety. I mean, come on, man. The money will pay for security improvements at public schools and a variety of gun violence prevention programs, including those geared towards young people and gangs. We'll see if any of those things have any impact, man. Can we start getting some books into the school? Can we get real truth curriculum going on? I mean, what are you talking about? You want to just pretty much militarize the schools? You know, set up some more um, uh, uh, metal detectors in the schools, man. Hire more security to police everything. I mean, that's really what's going to go down. You want gun violence protection programs. I mean, you got all of that already. What are you going to have some more? You know they're going to be pocketing some of this money now. Corrupt politicians do it all the time. The money from the federal tax, which has been in place for more than 100 years, pays for wildlife conservation and hunter education program. So the doubling up on the taxes here, man, it's out of control. Out of control. But this is how they're doing this. Let's continue. Oil could hit $150, sending shock through the system, top Shell CEO says. So getting back to the cost of energy, especially leading up into this winter, and gas, you see it completely out of control, man. They're talking about $150 a barrel. If it goes up to that, that's when you can expect $9 gas, maybe $10. Who knows? But it's out of control, man. Out of control. Yeah, you tell me. You know, where's the money from the lotteries going? As much, you know, I shared some articles a year or more ago about how the lottery, you know, preys on inner city communities, man, draining Jace out of their money, selling hope through a ticket, you know, in a scratch off, praying to get rich, and they take all that money, tax money, and then you're saying, well, where is it going? It's supposed to help the schools. The schools are getting no better. If you look at I think they said even who was it? LeBron's school that he got, man. I think they said, man, all of the kids over there is failing all the math tests. Reading comprehension for much of the school systems right now is like 3rd, 4th grade levels. I mean, it's completely ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. Yes. Good. Very good point. Very good point. I mean, they supposed to have contingencies in place already. They're telling Jakes you can get hired. Let's take the money. We'll flood it back into the system in the schools. That ain't happening. We know that. So you know this double up on the taxes. They definitely ain't gonna take care of what they need to take care of. I mean, you know, Newsom is a complete hypocrite because if you remember when they laid down all of the restriction laws and all of that to mask up and everything, and he was standing firm about prosecuting and tripping on anybody that didn't wear a mask. Meanwhile, he got busted at a 5-star restaurant, no mask on, hanging out with his peoples. So you know he's a hypocrite, dirty politician, man. You know they just looking to get paid, new ways to get paid. You know, let's look at what's in there, man. This is why the Most High even told us this in Isaiah. With the government shutdowns, man, with the state of the economy, with the corruption that goes on, the Most High tells us, man, don't be trusting in Egypt. Don't trust in this place, man. Isaiah 30:1 says, woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. That's what happens when our people trust in America, trusting in the shadow of Egypt, trusting in oppression, trying to cover up with voting and corrupt policies and backing up these wicked politicians and sitting back saying, you know what, I don't need the Most High. All I need is WIC and EBT and SNAP, and that's my savior. Man, if you don't knock it off, man, white Zaddy is the savior now. No. Those are the type of coverings, you know, covering up with these denominational religions and idol worships, ceremonies that America promotes. Those are the coverings that our people sit back and invest in, buying into the American dream. So that ain't the spirit of the Lord. And all they're doing is adding sin to sin. That walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked in my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. That's why a lot of our people, man, is going to get hit up and going to get hurt. Trusting in Egypt, man, to be their supportive system and to be their savior. And this place, the Most High said, I'm tearing this place down, and you trying to hold it up. Let it all collapse on you. So top executive, going back over here to the oil, Doug Lawler, chief executive of Continental Resources, the shale drilling giant controlled by billionaire Harold Hamm, telling Bloomberg News on Monday that crude prices are set to remain elevated and could press to the $120 to $150 barrel range without new production. You know, Slow Biden has stopped all of the drilling. They ain't trying to get no oil. You know, Ishmael ain't trying to budge on producing more oil. So now that there's an oil shortage, now you got to pay more. You got what's going on over there in the Panama Canal, shutting down the imports, man. So this is why things is getting tough. If it gets up to $150, man, you're going to have a lot of jakes online watching Israelites now, because you ain't going to be driving to go to camp and all the other stuff. They're going to be shutting a lot of things down. A lot of jakes going to be carpooling and piecing up to put some snaps on the petrol, because it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. That's what they're predicting right now. Let's move on, though. UAW, the president, feigned to join President Biden on the picket line Tuesday in Michigan. So Slow Biden, man, somehow they gave him some performance enhancing drugs, man, to go out there and be able to stand with the United Auto Workers, who's out there picketing. So he's out there panhandling for votes. He's trying to improve his reputation. So he's out there standing there trying to support the auto workers union and their picketing and their strike. So the president now is saying he supports this. But wait a minute. I thought you wanted the end of gasoline cars. I thought you wanted to, go all electric. Many of these companies, man, GM and they ain't just producing electric vehicles. So that shows you the hypocritical nature of Slow Biden, man. He don't give a damn about these damn people out there picketing and what they want. He's trying to panhandle the votes, man, because eventually he's going to get rid of all of them anyway. Leave it to him. And in the program of Build Back Better, they're going to be replaced by robots anyway. Me and Aladdin, we saw the other day. I don't have the article, but they was talking about raising minimum wage for, I think, fast food workers to $20 now. And that's all fine, but guess what? And self-driving cars to replace UPS and some other delivery services. That's the whole idea. UPS won their picketing for or won their strike to get more money and all of that, and reduction on mandatory overtime. They won all of that, right? But in the wing, what's waiting in the wings is the self-driving cars that's going to take over the deliveries. I can't find the one that you sent me. Yeah, here it goes right here. Is this the one? I can't recall. I'll find it next time around. Just for time's sake, I want to keep going. But I mean, but I've been talking about that for a long time, man. As far as self-driving deliveries, Domino's was advertising self-driving robot cars, man. You see the Google Map cars driving around on its own. They got little robots doing deliveries on the streets, taking place instead of the postman or whatever, So when it seems like Esau is sitting out here acquiescing to the demands of the people, he's got the backup plan already lined up to take him out anyway. So when it looks like, yeah, we won a victory, we striking, they bowed down, they gave us what we want. Oh, but don't forget, Robots is coming in and take their place anyway. They just like, man, this is just a temporary solution until we can go ahead and fire all you niggas that's out here talking crazy. Yet you're going to go in the picket lines. You're going to the unemployment line next. No problem. Yeah, absolutely. Amazon. Yep, that's right, Tom. Amazon for sure. So Slow Biden's out here, man, politicking for votes, saying he's a man of the people now because he wants some votes for next year's election. Here we go. Future shock. World's first humanoid robot factory is set to open later this year, where robots will be helping build other robots. So the factory building the robots is already underway. They're getting ready to start launching it next year, right? Agility Robotics has revealed plans to construct the world's largest humanoid robot factory in Salem, Oregon. That's why they're not tripping about, you can strike and act the fool you want to. We'll pay you now, but within the next 24 months or so, you're going to be out of a job. Let's look at this. The tech startup aims to, quote, enable humans to be more human. What's that mean? Oh, by utilizing robots that can take care of common human tasks. Oh, so the robots are going to be made. They say, oh, you want to be human? Okay, fine. Go ahead. We're going to get these robots, man, to take your place. Even Amazon is Back to Future Forward company, which has secured over $180 million in private funding since the start in 2015. Engineers behind the bipedal robot known as Digit say they hope to produce more than 10,000 robots annually. How soon? How fast do you think they're going to build these things, man? 10,000 a year to take the place of human jobs and human labor. That's when they're going to start forcing Jakes into, you already know, a universal basic income that's going to be part of the B system. You're going to be able to only eat selectively and buy selectively and all of that based around Esau creating this dystopia of humanoid robots running the factories and all that other stuff, man. The labor jobs, the blue collar workers going to be replaced. And then next thing you know, here you're going to have everybody saying, well, what are we supposed to do? And Esau says, hey, don't worry about it. I got a digital payment system that's lined up, man. World ID, the whole nine. Come into the system and I'll take care of you. If you don't, FEMA regions is lined up, man. SWAT teams and camps is waiting for you. So he's already acknowledging robots are going to take a lot of people's places. So that's why they're not tripping about the strikes and all that. And they settle up and say, okay, give them what they want. Because little do they know, in a couple of years, we're going to get rid of all of them anyway. American savings dry up as the amount of families have in reserve hit pre-pandemic levels for the first time. So remember that, pre-pandemic. That's before the stimulus. That's before EDD. That's before PPP loans and all of the hustles and the scams and the free money that was flowing out during the pandemic. A lot of Jake didn't have no money, didn't have no savings. Then when you got a little money, now they're saying it's going back to pre-pandemic levels. That means savings is running out. The investments that brothers and sisters made and trying to get and start up businesses and all this other stuff. A lot of people are getting hit where it didn't pan out. Didn't pan out like they thought. Some people got some success and got off the ground and making money and doing their thing. Some people didn't. And now that money's running dry. Remember last year, Jerome Powell at the one of his Fed meetings for the Federal Reserve, he said, we know a lot of Americans still got some savings. And we're going to need to come for that to get this inflation under control. Well, he made good on that. Because now people are, savings is gone. What's next? Oh, swipe the credit card. And here comes another application in the mail. So I'm going to use my Visa to pay the MasterCard, the MasterCard to pay for American Express I'm going to use to pay for my Discover card. And, then I got, my department store, credit cards. I'm trying to pay that. And then before you know it, man, all hell broke loose on your budget and it's over with. 80% of Americans have less extra cash in reserve than before the pandemic, according to the new Federal Reserve study of household finances. I mean, they already said over 60% of Americans are living check by check. Well, welcome to, you know, the nightmare of the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. I mean, that's the curses, man. Curse being in the city, in the fields, uh, our enemies lending to us and us not lending to them. I mean, we've been living that way, check, check, man. Just the rest of the nations and the heathens, man, are starting to get hip and saying, "Damn, this is what it's like." Oh, okay, wow. No real savings like that. No living check to check. That's what's going on right now. Bank deposits and liquid assets have dipped below their levels in March of 2020 after adjusting for inflation. So, money's running dry. If you do a little history about what was going on with Rome and the collapse of Rome, look into the economy of Rome and what led to its collapse, man. Deflation and depression end up. Well, let's say the deflationary value of the currency was with the denarius uh, started faltering because they was making it out of silver. Then they, the mining of the silvers was coming up short, so they was, putting less silver into the coins, which was devaluing it. They started paying the slaves. I mean, it was just out of control. They had the military budgets, man. They were spread out all throughout the known world. Everywhere that they ruled, they had military set up. So military spending and the budgets was, collapsing everything. I mean, you know, it's the same thing that's happening to America. Looking into Rome, I encourage y'all to go look and see. I covered it a while back, but I encourage y'all to double back and go look at it and see what was happening. Just look at the economic downfall of Rome, and then start looking at what's happening to America, because it is the birth child of Rome. It doesn't know no better. America learned from its predecessors, man, and if you learn that way, it's gonna end up with the same results. Mystery is nearly 50 school children go missing in Cleveland in September alone, while over 1,000 have vanished so far this year, in an alarming trend that's left Ohio cops baffled. I mean, this is interesting because Ohio, Cleveland in particular, man, always has a issue with missing children, and they had a big issue with black girls coming up missing like 2-3 years ago. Not even 3 years, about 2 years ago. A lot of black girls was coming up missing out of Ohio. It's like a little cesspool, man, where they're doing a lot of child abductions going on over there. I mean, and then we just read and show that article a couple of weeks ago where they was talking about, or maybe it was last week, that producer of the movie. Damn, what's the name of that movie with the missing children? If y'all remember, man, put it in the chat. I can't think of it off the top of my head, man. It just came out in June or July about the child trafficking, and they said that one of the producers of the film, man, he got busted molesting and filling up on a little Northern Kingdom 16-year-old girl. They caught him on tape. Sound of Freedom just came to me. Sound of Freedom, right? And they said in that article, man, they said, the fictitious movie, is talking about the child trafficking and all of that, right? And here we are, we're looking at it right here, just in one city alone, 1,000 kids gone. Look at it. Police said the number of runaways and missing kids is unusually high this year. Runaways. Come on, man. If they don't knock it off, man, you trying to tell me thousands of kids are just trying to run? Cleveland is just that bad? Ohio's that bad that all the kids are trying to run up out of there? I mean, what are they running from if that's the case? No. These kids are getting abducted, man. Last year, 1,600 kids were reported missing in a state of 11 million. In Georgia, North Carolina, which have similar populations, the number was less than 700. Police say they are concerned with youth are being trafficked or becoming involved in gang activity. You ain't got to. You don't have to come up missing to be in a gang. I mean, gangs are neighborhoods, territorial. You're going to see your son or daughter, man, hanging on the corner, kicking it with somebody. Somebody's going to know where your son or daughter is if they was involved in a gang. They don't come up missing because you joined a gang. Gangs don't abduct and kidnap kids from memberships. If you don't knock it off, they know exactly what's going on, man. Look at this. 3 Disney workers and a teacher are among 219 people snared in the Florida human traffic sting. Disney workers involved. During a week-long human trafficking operation, officers said they arrested 3 Disney workers and a teacher for soliciting prostitutes. In total, detectives with Polk County Sheriff's Office in Florida said they arrested 219 people in connection with human trafficking and prostitution. I mean, you tell me what's going on. Look at this. Everybody should see and know about Molech, Baphomet, Baal, many of the same. This right here is the Baphomet statue, right? And look at this little Jake right here. Now look like he got a little afro. Praising and looking up to the Baphomet statue, right? Why the kids though? See, this is where you got to look at and see, why are we seeing thousands of kids coming up? These kids are getting abducted for occult practices, satanic worship, man, sexual slaves, man, sacrifice and murder. That's what they're doing. They're preying on the kids to serve Baphomet, to serve they damn master, man. This country is under Satan's authority. USA, under Satan's authority. Matthew 18 and 3 says, and said, verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as a little child, the same is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. So we're talking about coming in with complete humility, complete discipline, reliance upon Christ and the Most High for everything. These are the type of things that kids rely upon. When you send up your prayers, you got to be as a little child. That's why I say you got to have open palms and open arms, as if you're reaching up, asking for help. When that baby is crying and walking on the ground and raising their hands up because they want to get picked up and comforted, that's the same way that the Most High wants us to come to him, right? Verse 4 says, whosoever therefore shall humble himself as a little child, and the same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven. And whoso shall receive one such with a child in my name receiveth me. Verse 6 though, but whoso shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depths of the sea. If the Most High calls us the children of Israel, he wants us to come back as his children, right? To be disciplined, to come back, to be one to be taught and relearned, and to be framed and molded into being greater and better men and women in his word. And the offenses come. He said, man, you might as well go ahead and commit suicide, man, to come against the children. But now we're seeing one of the greater oppositions, America, and the spirit that it emits with pedophilia, with allowing the sodomites to run whole schools. Y'all seen the principal of that elementary school over there in Oklahoma? They're letting a drag queen be the principal of a school. The LGBTQ plus HIV agenda is all throughout school curriculums. You got the drag queens letting kids sit on their laps, reading to them. They showing them how to twerk. I mean, it's all kind of madness going on between the innuendos and outright sexual agendas they're putting in the books, the films, commercials, you name it. It's always targeted towards the kids. Leviticus 18 in the law, verse 21, it says, and thou shalt not let any of the seed to pass through the fire to Molech, neither thou shalt profane the name of the Lord thy power. Right? So Molech being a god of the Moabites and the Ammonites, even some of the Canaanite nations, they would just give different names, but they had fire gods, man, that they was offering kids up for sacrifices and all that, man. It's the same stuff that's going on right now, because those ancient idol worshiping demons, man, that the heathens, were involving themselves in, they can't help but to sit back and still involve themselves in the same type of practices. And Israel learned their wickedness too. Israel learned too, man. It ain't just that, white man doing, our own people. You see stories, man, of mothers selling their daughters into prostitution and selling them for drugs and all kind of stuff, man, so that the kids can get molested and get, sacrificed and killed. You see men, uh, gorilla pimping and grabbing little girls, man, try to prostitute them. And all. Our people is completely gone, man. It's a state of real wickedness going on amongst our people, man. And the so-called white man is running big networks, utilizing our own people to bring him the children, and then they end up getting, sacrificed and prostituted and destroyed. Look at Leviticus 20. Let's look at this. Again, thou shalt say to the children of Israel, whosoever he be of the children of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn in Israel, that giveth any of his seed unto Molech, he shall surely be put to death. The people of the land shall stone him with stones, and I will set my face against that man, and will cut him off from among his people, because he have given of his seed unto Molech to defile my sanctuary and to profane my holy name. And if the people of the land do anyways hide their eyes from the man, when he giveth the seed unto Molech, and kill him not, then I will set my face against that man and against that family. So the Most High said, man, it is against the law to even turn the other way and be complicit with what's going on. He said, man, if you don't, back in the day, man, you wasn't putting them to death, it'd be a problem. It says, and will cut him off, and all that go a whoring after him to commit whoredom with Molech from among their people. Right. Let me think of another one. Well, I think that's pretty much it. As the Most High was letting it be known, man, our people was out here sacrificing. Even in Psalm 106, considering what went down with the children of Israel. Let's drop down and read 34. It says, they did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Most High commanded them, but were mingled among the heathen and learned their works. See, this is what our people get caught up in, learning the works of the heathen, man, and the type of things that they're into. And they served their idols, which were a snare unto them. Yea, they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils, and shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and of their daughters, whom they sacrificed into the idols of Canaan, and the land was polluted with blood. Let's get back over here. Got a little bit of time left. So here we see the Baphomet statue, man, pentagram. I just want to get to this point here. This out of Smith's Bible Dictionary. Molech, the fire god Molech, was the tutelary deity of the children of Ammon, and essentially identical with the Moabitess Chemosh. Fire gods appear to have been common to all the Canaanite, Syrian, and Arab tribes who worshiped the destructive element under an outward symbol with the most inhumane rites. Look at this. According to Jewish tradition, the image of Molech was of brass, hollow within, and was situated without Jerusalem. His face was that of a calf, and his hands stretched forth like a man who opens his hands to receive something of his neighbor. So it's not necessarily a calf, but it's the goat, right? And his arms open to receive. Who's he receiving in? The children, right? Brass statues, these are all the things that we're seeing here, man. That the worship of Baphomet goes down. They got so-called satanic marches where they have the statues erected. They've done it on Washington, D.C. They've done it in Kansas City, Detroit, all over the country, man. They got after-school Satan programs. You name it. And now, it used to be back in the day, man, you got kids missing on milk cartons, or, you get junk mail with pictures of kids, man. It's gone beyond that. There ain't enough milk cartons that you can find to establish what's going on. And look at here. The caduceus, this symbol right here, right? And notice why it's on him. And they also have Asclepius is another. Uh, you know, all of these particular symbols, man, date back into Mesopotamia. Then it gets translated into the Greek, Roman cultures, Babylonian, so forth and so on, right? But if you see here, you always almost see this particular symbol also been used in medicine, right? Caduceus as a symbol of medicine. The caduceus is the traditional symbol of Hermes and features two snakes winding around the often winged staff. Look at this. It is often used as a symbol of medicine, especially in the United States, despite its ancient and consistent associations with trade, liars, thieves, eloquency, negotiation, alchemy, and wisdom. So when you're seeing this particular symbol, now they do have one that's called the Rada Asclepius, which is this down here. They changed it up. It used to be this in the early 1900s, represent medicine, but once the cat was out the bag, that it's associated with trade, liars, thieves, alchemy, and all of that. They said, "Oh, let's switch it up. Oh, well, we're using the wrong symbol. Whoops. No, no, that's everything that Baphomet and these other idol gods of Satan would be considered liars, thieves, uh, eloquence, negotiations. I mean, who else has been breaking all the peace treaties and all the treaties that they have with the indigenous tribes? Liars and thieves. The home of represents trade. Well, America is one of the biggest countries of trade and export, as you read in in Revelation 18, regarding all the merchants of the earth coming to this place, right? Alchemy. We're seeing this is the drug capital of the world. So this is exactly what they got it right. Why they got this particular symbol here, right? And wisdom. Then we just get to read in Jeremiah 49 about wisdom coming from Teman and Dedan. That's what it's about. That's what the symbol represents. This is, the satanic emblem of America. Continuing on, it says the modern use of the caduceus as a symbol of medicine became established in the United States in the 19th and early 20th century as a result of well-documented mistakes, misunderstandings of the symbology in classic culture. See, they said, oh, they were using this as a symbol of medicine. Then they said, oh, we got a misunderstanding of the symbology. Take out one of the snakes, and we can use that one. So it says critics say the correct symbol for medicine is the Rada Asclepius, which is only one snake and no wings. Oh, isn't that nice? But we know one thing's for sure, two things for certain, man. The disappearance of these kids is all around satanic cult-like behavior, man, that America promotes. Let's look at some more debauchery, man, of Esau, man. Lest there be any fornicator, such as Esau, man, quoting Hebrews 12. Because this guy, man, just when you think you've seen it all with him, he doesn't cease to be amazing. Hebrews 12:16 says, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright, man. So it said, man, is there any more, is there anyone who can match Esau when it comes down to profane conduct, spirit, or a spirit of fornication that's on him? Is anybody worse than Esau? Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Adam Britton, right? Inside, Brit crocodile experts twisted double life. How sadistic Adam Britton filmed himself raping dogs in a torture room and shared footage online while hiding his depraved fantasies from his wife for years. This is double life, man. That's why, Esau speak with forked tongue, man. And 1 minute you could think he's, he's cool and he's a good guy. And you don't know what this guy is doing behind closed doors. Got a torture room, man, raping dogs, including the family dogs, mind you. And he's supposed to be a crocodile expert, man. Everybody, knows him for being the croc guy and double life, man. Look at this dude, man. Sadistic British crocodile expert filmed himself raping and torturing more than 40 dogs in a shipping container that he called his, quote, torture room before sharing the depraved footage online. It has emerged. And he got bold and shared it online. Adam Britton, 51, who grew up in West Yorkshire before moving to Australia, began his sick abuse in 2014 and tortured and raped more than 42 dogs he called F-toys in the bleak container that was fitted with cameras until his arrest April 2022. Disgusting, man. Here he goes. Oh, you surprised to see Esau? No, I'm not. 42 dogs, man. Raping them, filming it in a torture room, man. I mean, this guy is disgusting, man. This is why his whole seed has to be obliterated. The Most High cannot afford for him and that spirit to come back on the earth. You see, man, Esau's got to go. His spirit is open to all kind of debauchery and foolery, man. Unbelievable. Here goes another one. Orange County doctor to LGBTQ plus community charged with sexually assaulting 9 patients. Oh, give him an inch, take a mile. Orange County doctor who specializes in treating members of the LGBTQ plus community. Isn't that nice? His specialty. Dealing with the LGBTQ plus HIV community. Has been charged with sexually assaulting 9 male patients, according to prosecutors. Local authorities are asking for the public's help in providing any additional information on other potential victims. Dr. William Thompson IV, 56, out of Huntington Beach, is an infectious disease doctor who has provided, quote, general practitioner services to the LGBTQ community, according to Thompson's website. So he loves helping the Transformers, and he loves assaulting men at his, medical practice. There you have it, Esau. All Sony PlayStations, all Sony systems, including the PlayStations, have been hacked. New ransomware gang claims and threatens to sell stolen data. So if you got any, Sony, smart tech, PlayStations and all that, man, everything is being hacked now. That now is going around. Another ransomware situation is happening, similar to what we just seen happening in Vegas. Now they're trying to shake down Sony. Who knows? I don't know. I know that the PlayStations are kind of interactive on the internet. Relies on Wi-Fi. You do all your ordering and game systems. I don't know how much information you have to input in there, but apparently they're able to get people's data through PlayStations and other Sony systems, man. So if you're a gamer and you got all your information, you're investing everything in there, you might want to watch it. Might want to watch it, man. I always say, man, there's always back doors, man, for Esau to come on in there and violate. Continuing on. Look, AI girlfriends are ruining an entire generation of men. Yes, men are out there finding AI girlfriends. If you remember a few months back, the new hustle is there's guys out there, man, creating these little AI generated girlfriends, man. They're out here carrying on fake relationships, extorting men for money, creating fake profiles, and got dudes believing, man, some old model type female is really into you, and she's just down on her luck and she needs some money. And guys is out there getting extorted through the internet. And you say, man, that's crazy, man. Who would do that? Listen, man, these guys, man, out here, remember, it's like the spirit of Sodom and Gomorrah. I remember covering a story years ago when they had a robotics convention and they brought out a sex bot for it on display. And they said, man, dudes had ravished the sex bot on the display floor to where it was all broken and jacked up, man, by the end of the damn convention. These guys are so eager, man, and so damn virtually horny, I guess. I don't know what type of spirit is on a lot of these men out here, man, but they want AI girlfriends, and then to satisfy their real cravings, they go get a sex toy, a sex bot, or whatever, to fulfill their fantasies, man. It's unreal. It's unreal, man. So AI girlfriends, man, guys are disconnecting from reality. They're really plugging into the matrix. They're really buying into this digitized system of life. The rise of virtual and artificial intelligence girlfriends is enabling the silent epidemic of loneliness in an entire generation of young men is also having severe consequences for America's future. Well, this is what they do. When you lock somebody down, quarantine, tell everybody, 6 feet, no personal interactions. Guys get caught up, man. And next thing you know, your only friend and your only interaction is on the internet. That's how it goes now anyway. I know in my day, you had to go out, back in the world, you had to go out and meet a female, whether it be at the grocery store, the bus stop, at a club, in a parking lot, or wherever. You had to go and talk, and you would exchange phone numbers, not what's your Instagram. Oh, what's your, are you on Twitter? Virtually talking like come on. You actually had to pick up the phone, man, call and conversate, man. Have your game tight. If you didn't have that, man, you was finished. Nowadays, man, all you gotta do is exchange DM messages on Instagram. Come on. Everything is becoming more digitized, man. You're breaking away from uh, real interaction of loving your neighbor as yourself, and real, sincere, caring interaction with your fellow brother or sister. Come on. This is the matrix for real. Look at it. How is something that seems so ridiculous, a virtual AI girlfriend, causing a future crisis among Americans? Well, with millions of users, apps have created virtual girlfriends to talk to you, love you, allow you to live out your erotic fantasies, and learn through data exactly what you like and what you don't like, creating the quote perfect relationship. If y'all remember the guy, the Arab cat over there in England that had his AI girlfriend, man, and AI told him to go kill the queen. And he went out and tried to do it. So, if we're talking about a beast system that's built around technology and built around virtual control, it's already here. And it's a gang of people, men in particular, that's already bought into it, that's how life is going to be. What's that movie, Wally, with the robots? And it's having the guy sitting back and sitting back controlling the robots in industrial parts of the world, and they sitting back all fat, eating, sitting back with headsets on, and that's what they want everybody on. Google VR glasses and Google Glass, and all that other stuff, man. They really doing it. But you see here, all right, more than 50 arrested following a night of looting throughout Philly. Y'all seen that they was looting the other day, Tuesday night. They had multiple, um, smash and grab loot sessions going on in Philly. It was right after a protest that an officer killed, I believe, a Northern Kingdom cat in Philly in August, and they got him off. So there was a protest early in the day, man. In that night, Jakes went wild, and they went crazy. So, I think it's up to like 60 something people got arrested. Here go this old dumb goofy girl named Meatball. She is a meatball, She was on live, filming it all, encouraging everybody to loot. She coming up, she talking crazy, and she was talking wild. And now look at her. Now she busted, crying on her damn mugshot, looking a whole mess. But look what she does. She's gonna try and capitalize off of her mugshot. Philly influencer Meatball sells merch with infamous mugshot after 6 felony charges. This is the epitome of Jeremiah. This is it, man. Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sadists children. Sadists meaning, bottom line, stupid. Stupid. When you running around filming yourself, filming crimes live, because you want a little viral moment, man. People talking about AI girlfriends and how stupid that is, man. How stupid are the Jakes, man, that's running around here filming themselves committing crimes because they want to go viral? How many times are people out there admitting to crimes and doing foolishness going live because they want to go viral? They've bought into the matrix as well. You don't have to have an AI girlfriend to be looking crazy. You can be a dumb meatball like the sister filming herself out there, and within 24 hours, her ass was locked up and she crying on a damn mugshot. Stupid is as stupid does, man. Thus saith the Lord. So he says, my people are foolish. They have not known me. They are Sodom's children, and they have none understanding. They're wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. I mean, the fact that a daughter of Israel will call herself meatball should already tell you something, man. I mean, come on. And she figures she can go ahead and take this mugshot, and now she's trying to sell merch with her face on the damn. Who the hell wants his face on the shirt, man? Who's trying to look at her? She got to get her life together. Wise to do evil. Social media influencer Meatball has created and is selling merchandise designed around her recent mugshot, acquired from her arrest this week in connection with to the riots in Philly. I mean, it just doesn't stop with our people, man. Just doesn't stop. Unbelievable. Target, close to closing 9 stores across 4 states because of theft and crime. So Target is shutting down. CVS is shutting down. Walmart's are shutting down. Other grocery stores are shutting down. You know, because of the incumbent crime and the overall collapse of the inner cities and the economic situations, man. I mean, you see what's going on. These are all resources, man, that Jake all use. Target, Walmart, CVS. Now Jake gonna have to travel out a little bit further. There was an article I covered about 2 months ago. They was talking about one of the bigger grocery stores in the DC area was contemplating them closing because of too much crime going on. You know, so this is what's happening in the inner cities, the over crime-riddled areas where they turning a blind eye. They're allowing smash and grabs. They got catch and release programs. They got no bail. Jake's is wilding out. So once everything completely collapses, then they can go in and enact martial law, and they can do all kind of stuff, man, to try to stop everything that's happening that they open the doors to. So let's continue. Commander Biden bites another Secret Service agent. This how you know, man. Slow Biden has no control over his house, the dog, nothing, man. Son out smoking crack, coke in the White House, weed in the White House, dogs biting everybody. I always say, man, the Biden family is not only a crime family, man, but they live like some niggas in the hood. That's just the bottom line, man. Pop's out there hustling, son out there smoking dope. One of them already died. Multiple, baby mamas. I mean, all of that, man. And Trump was the same way. Got baby mamas out there, man, talking crazy. Roaches and rats in the White House. That's why he didn't stay there. He was out living all over the place. Mar-a-Lago and all this other stuff. And every time they always come back, somebody trying to get him for some crimes. So they got Trump on some crimes. Biden on, they trying to impeach him right now. They're all doing dirt, man. So now he got another dog. This is like his second or third dog. They're all biting the damn Secret Service and attacking people. Rabid dogs living in the damn White House, man. I mean, this place is a mess, man. So Slow Biden's dog, the commander, 11th incident with the damn dog. And look at this guy. He's going to clown this boy. Watch this.
Where am I going? Where the hell am I going? I want to get out. Oh, no, over there, over there.
That's his Slow Biden impersonation, I guess. But hey, he ain't lying. I mean, these guys is lost in the sauce, man.
Oh.
Lost in the sauce. And he said he don't know where he's going. America don't know where they're going, man. This place is over with and done with, man. As your brother is, man. All praise, honor, and glory to the Most High White House shot, man. Your brother's got to run up out of here, man. I pray that everybody has a blessed Shabbat, man, and continued blessed Feast of Booths, Tabernacles. You know what I'm saying? Um, we'll be back later on this afternoon for our closing Shabbat class. Hopefully, y'all able to tune in, if not live later. Nonetheless, man, it's time to continue getting fed, man. Get our people in line. Yeah, you see, you see Trump, man. Trump is ruthless, man. He don't give a damn. He out there. Where am I? Where am I? But that's slow Biden for you, man. Everybody know it, man. He's lost in the sauce, man. He don't know where he's at all, you know. But it is what it is, man. So I'm gonna get up out of here, man. All praises to the Most High, while y'all side, man. Y'all be well, man. Enjoy the rest of your Shabbat, man. Enjoy your tabernacles, man. See y'all in the very, very near future, Lord willing. All right. Shalom.